Welcome to the monthly Messianic verses to write out and study that are from TorahFamilyLiving.com. This month, the theme is My Identity in Yahshua, and I'll be using for my Bible translation the Scriptures. So here we are, Day 1, Ephesians chapter 1, verses 3 through 6. Starting in verse 3. Blessed be the Elohim and Father of our Master Yahshua Messiah, who has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenlies in Messiah, even as he chose us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be set apart and blameless before him in love, having previously ordained us to adoption as sons through Yahshua Messiah to himself, according to the good pleasure of his desire, to the praise of the esteem his favor, with which he favored us in the beloved. Wow, there's a lot to unpack here, and we don't have time to do an exegesis on everything that's in here, so I just want to give us a quick synopsis as we're looking at the theme here, our identity, or my identity in Messiah Yahshua. I find it very fascinating that Paul here is using the same template in which his master Yahshua taught his disciples to pray. He started out, Our Father, which art in heaven. We see the same thing Shaul is doing here. He said, Blessed be the Elohim and Father of our Master Yahshua Messiah, identifying that our identity is in Messiah Yahshua so that we can have a relationship with the Creator Father. The one that all of this is purposed for is for the Father. So we are being identified as kingdom people from the get-go, people who have been set apart to be his children through Messiah Yahshua. He is the one who establishes this. But the interesting part of this package here as we look at this is the concept that this plan, this method in which Yahweh the Father and Yahweh the Son is establishing that people can come into a relationship with the Creator of the universe and a relationship with the King Yahshua, the Messiah, the Anointed One, has been established before the foundation of the world, before God created anything, before Yahshua there at the creation created anything. This plan was put into an established part of what was going to take place in this creation, and with the whole purpose in mind that knowing man would fall, God was providing a way to redeem them back to himself. God so loved the world that he gave his Son. This plan was put into law, if you will, was put into its establishment before he even created the world. So when it talks about throughout the Scriptures, especially when Paul talks about predestined or chosen, it's not so much that the individual person is chosen, like this person goes to heaven but this person doesn't. And that's how some people look at the passage of Scripture here. But when you take it in context, you understand that it was the plan, the redemption plan, that was predestined. God is predestined that everyone would come to him. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. The world there is cosmos, meaning everything that he has created. He has a redemptive plan for it. It is not going to go to waste. It has a purpose and a plan. And Shaul tells us that that purpose and plan is to please the Father, and all things are going to come about, in which is his good pleasure and his desire that we see in verse 5 here. So with this thought in mind, this is a prerequisite and a plan that was set forth before the foundation of the world, that you and I can have a surety. Talk about a sure foundation, knowing that if I am trusting in the works of Yahshua Messiah, that all these promises that were given before the foundation of the world are for my benefit today, in which we see is going to be long term, because we are going to be adopted as sons and daughters. We see again in verse 5, having previously ordained us to adoptions as sons through Yahshua Messiah. And one of the key words that we'll find in this passage of Ephesians is the preposition in. So we are in Messiah. Our identity is in Him. Our adoption is in and through Him. And that Greek word in, that preposition, is the word in, and it simply means a plethora of different interpretations. We see it used with and upon and through. So all of those have our identity marker is in and through and having the Spirit of God upon us. All of that is part of our identifying marker that is within us because of what Messiah Yahshua has done. Well, that's what I have for today. I hope it blesses you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Until tomorrow, have a blessed day.